Hi all, Agent here, and we are going to do some dedicated medicing. I'm only about mid gold rank here, so this kind of stuff may not work when you get up to high gold and diamond and the fabled protonium leagues, but right now I accidentally popped the shield. This is a new build. I've got my keys swapped around, but I wanted to move in here, hit them with that EMP, and just stall them from taking the middle point. I just didn't want them to get the point. If that means I die and my team shows up to help and steals the point or even delays it a little bit longer, fine. That's my purpose here, is to heal and delay. I don't have any weapons other than the nano menders, which are mid-tier nanos. They're not top tier and they're not the free nanos, so I do have energy management. I won't call them issues, but I've got to pay attention to my energy management. So I'm healing our tank right now. Luckily, he showed up to fight, and he's just tanking damage like a champ, and we managed to let them take most of the point, kill them, and then steal it out from under them. If you notice, they were the ones on it. They built up most of the cap, and then we moved in, killed them, and stole it. It's actually a good strategy sometimes. Instead of doing it right away, let them capture most of it, and then get in there and muscle them out of the point, and kill them, and then steal the point out from under them. So I'm going to keep healing. I lost the tension a minute ago when I told him, yeah, nice, because it was a nice steal. But I'm going to get back on the point. I don't care if I get shot. I'm just going to EMP this guy, or try to. I missed. That's fine. I'm going to stall him with the shield. I get really annoying with the shield, especially when you figure out their latency. Because every player's latency is a little bit different, and there we go, I died. Dying doesn't mean anything in this anymore, especially if you accomplish a stall or something. Don't feel like you lost if you died and you accomplished something, even a few seconds of stalling. It's fine. But anyway, back to the latency thing. Latency is how long it takes for their end of things to get to my end of things. So once you figure out their latency, you can actually get really, really annoying with the shield and move back and forth from side to side, and they have a really difficult time hitting you. And I like to do that. It doesn't always work because you can't always nail down their ping, but it works a lot of the time. So we've got a DPS guy here. He's not as tanky, and he's going to move around a lot, so I try to stay out of the way. I need to get on the other side of the shield to heal him, but luckily those plasma cannons doing work. He manages to take the guy out, and we're going to sit here, capture this point, and I'm going to auto heal. It's a fairly tough build for how small it is. It's got 3 modules, obviously. I've got Blink, EMP, and DSM, and it handles damage really well for having 3 modules in there. It is core forced. I think we'll get a chance to see some of the core forcing I did. The EMP is not really core forced in with the rest. It's just tucked in there in the top. It was actually an afterthought. I had a whole bunch more shields on here, and I took them off and added the EMP instead. And I was still under 1800 CPU, which works pretty good for the nanos that I have. So I noticed this guy's on our point. You get to see some of my core forcing here. I've got missing my front end, but I've still got my hover blade. And now I'm going to start annoying him with the shield. I'm stalling his cap and hoping that the rest of my team gets over here and helps out. So I'm going to be really annoying and get behind him and swirl around him and just do all kinds of stuff. I survived until my EMP is able to pop, and there's my core forcing in action right there. I've got 2 modules and 3 hover blades left, so I'm going to blink out of dodge. And I actually had a nano beam left. And we're going to auto heal, and we're going to go back. He did manage to get the point, but I stalled them, and stalling is important in this game mode. Just stalling them gives your team more, a higher percentage of protonite. So we're going to heal our shotgun guys. Shotguns and tanks, your best targets to heal. DPS guys are good to heal because they're really squishy. But tanks that have a lot of hit points and stuff, and guys like the shotgun guy, are excellent to heal because they're not only are they strong, but they're dishing out a lot of damage with those shotguns, and I'll heal a flak bot. I'll pocket him if we have a lot of aircraft on the enemy team, because we need that guy to do work. So you want to heal your most important guys first, and when you're on a point, shotgun man or a tank is the most important guys to keep healed up and rocking. So I'm going to go in here. I was going to shield that with my DSM. It is a very effective tactic in a lot of cases to pop a shield in front of that crystal, especially when they're shooting it from far back and your team is defending. It takes away their angle on it, so they have to move, and a lot of times it saves the crystal. But it's just a Tesla in there. My shield really isn't going to do anything. He's just going to move around it, so I don't waste it on him. I'm just going to go out here and fight. I think we'll be fine not defending the core anyway. Our point is being taken, so I'm going to move in and stall it. I pulled off of my shotgun guy because he's fighting over there, but they're not really, I mean, they're fighting over the point, but they're not fighting on the point over the point. So I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to stall these guys until my team catches up and destroys them, and that's exactly what happened. I managed to get in here and I stalled that capture long enough for these two guys to take over. Again, we're heavily damaged. That's where core forcing comes in. As a medic, you're going to be targeted by the enemy. Any half intelligent enemy, even reasonably smart enemy is going to target you first. It happens a lot. Other times they don't target you, which is great, because you can keep healing your allies and you will win that fight. In most cases, if you're on top of it, your ally has a decent build and you're healing them as they're fighting. Sometimes it doesn't work. You can't count on it. It's not 100% guaranteed, but it is very, very helpful, and the odds are ever in your favor when you do that. Now they're capping our middle point, but I'm recapping this point. We're capping it like pretty much exactly the same rate, so it's going to be a trade-off. I'm going to go ahead and sit here because we don't have any allies, and I'm going to blink over here. They've capped this point and they've got a guy on it, but I'm also going to get on it, and I'm going to hope that my teammates come over here. I pop the EMP to clear him off of this and get my cap started, and then my DPS guy comes in, so I start healing him, but now see, he's almost dead. This is kind of triage in action here. He's almost dead, and I wanted to heal our shotgun guy, but he's not heavily damaged. See, he's barely got a little sliver of damage. He was doing okay, so I healed our DPS guy. A lot of times, that DPS guy, if they were still focused on him, I would have pulled off of him and healed shotgun guy instead, because he was pretty much as good as dead. Luckily, shotgun guy came in and handled the whole situation, so I'm going to follow him over to this point. I'm going to flop around a little bit like a retard, and then I'm going to move in. He's got a pretty well built bot, got some core forcing going on there with what looked like a blink module in between the hover blades, and he's still got a shotgun attached. So I'm going to get over here and I'm going to heal him. We should be able to take this point with those shotguns blasting the enemy into robots, and that is exactly what's going to happen. We healed him. I don't know what he's doing over there. He does some silly things sometimes, and so does our tank, but we're going to sit here. This cap is almost done, and middle cap point was under attack, so I'm going to go to middle cap point. They don't need me anymore over there on far point. I'm going to go to middle point, and I'm going to stall this cap again. I don't care he's blasting me with shotguns. I know I can take a few hits, hit him with the EMP, and now I'm going to be annoying on the point. We've got 3 of them here, and I'm going to be annoying on the point until I almost die. At that point, there's no point in me sticking around. They're going to cap it. Our aircraft there is not going to be able to sit on that point and survive. So I blink out. I've still got a mass of cubes and all 3 modules attached. Like I said, the EMP is not core forced with the rest, but I can keep it in some cases with the rest of it, and I don't need it because it's one of the slower modules to recharge. It is the slowest module I have to recharge. So I heal our DPS guy again. I pop a shield because what I'm doing here, I wanted him to shoot through the shield, but I saw he went around, so I just moved in to distract this enemy, and sure enough, he comes up behind him with the Teslas. It wasn't planned, but when I saw him going around the other side instead of trying to fight on my side of the shield, I went in, changed my tactics, and hoped that he kept on going in the other side, and that's exactly what happened. So good impromptu teamwork there. Tank guy made a weird decision here. I don't know why he's fighting here. I don't even know why he drove down in here. This is a bad place to be. right by the enemy shield with their shield up. Even with it down, it's not a good place to be because they have that very, very quick auto heal. But I said screw it, and I went in there and healed him anyway because I don't want him to die. I want him to be able to help us. And I guess if he's keeping guys busy over there and they're not trying to take the points, great, fine, whatever. I'll come heal you even though you're being weird about it. So I went over and healed him. He's going to help me defend this point. He's in good shape. Doesn't really need my heals anymore. A lot of times I just hold the button down anyway. It's like right click. I'll hold it down when we didn't need to, but it just helps because at the moment you can spend energy to earn points and heal. You can do that. Here's an example. Shotgun guy's shooting this. I'm going to be stupid and block him with a shield, even though he can go around it. I can't shoot him because I'm a dedicated medic, so all I could do was harass him a little bit. I really wanted to pop the EMP on him, but it either wasn't up in time or I didn't have the energy. Either way, they got the core, but no big deal. We've kept them behind this whole match. I don't foresee us having a problem finishing off these last few percentage points, holding all 3 points, and being able to steal crystals. And there we have it. We won the match. It was pretty well played on my team's part. There was some impromptu teamwork, some weird decisions, but in the end it worked out, and there's a little dedicated medicing. I'm sure I could have done a better job. I probably made some mistakes here and there, but those are some of the basic things that I like to do when I'm playing dedicated medic. So I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.